Have you ever wondered if acupuncture actually works for infertility treatments? Today we're going to tell you how and why. Stick around. Hey everyone, it's Billy from Infertility Exposed, where we expose the truth about infertility and bring to light a lot of the myths and debunk them so you can help your family grow.
The 2-year transfer is going to be...
My wife Tara and I have been through IVF. We did 3 cycles in 2018 and we have 2 beautiful little children to show for it as well. We'll be continuing our conversation with Dr. Dwayne Boggess. He's a licensed acupuncture physician and a doctor of Oriental medicine located in Oklahoma. And we really wanted to find out, what is it about acupuncture that works so good with infertility? And those are some of the questions that we wanted to bring to you today. In terms of what acupuncture actually does, what does the actual act of acupuncture do for the body?
Well, the body responds to acupuncture through many different ways. Chemically speaking, the body automatically releases endorphins, or beta endorphins, if you want to get more scientific with it. Endorphins are the natural painkillers of the body, and they just make people feel good. They start to relax the individual. There's another thing, another hormone, that's serotonin. Serotonin increases, it helps that feel-good mood. It helps people relax. In other words, we're talking about getting the body out of all the stress and getting it back to balance. Homeostasis is what we call that, right? It's where the body can get back in its perfect harmony with what it needs. And acupuncture helps by releasing those hormones, those beta endorphins or endorphins and serotonin.
As a infertility treatment, for a therapeutic treatment, yes, what does the procedure actually do for men and women who are suffering from infertility?
If the individuals are stressed out, most of the time they are, there's cortisol, which is another crazy mean hormone in the system that's brought in by stress. Cortisol, or elevated cortisol, comes from all kinds of things: work, driving in the car, traffic, home life, those kinds of things. So if cortisol is high in the body, that's going to really diminish the hormones that we need to become fertile. So if you're always in fight or flight, that's that cortisol, right? So if you're always running from that, that T-Rex, the survival mode, the body isn't always ready to get pregnant. It's like, whoa, we're trying to survive here. So a lot of times acupuncture will help drop the cortisol levels down, which then brings up endorphins and serotonin, which also helps with depression, by the way. And it brings the body back into balance just automatically. And that's not without that's not even pinpointing the acupuncture points that we use to stimulate other hormones in the body to help reproduction, to help the uterus, to help blood flow to the reproductive organ systems.
Now, that was my next question, because I've heard that the actual procedure increases blood flow, yes, to the uterus, to the male organs that need to have the blood flowing and healthy sperm levels and things like that. Is that right?
That's right. That's right. And in fact, there's a couple of resources out there, Billy, that there's research that's been done on this. This isn't just like hearsay and this just magically happened, but there's research. What is it? Stanford University of Medicine has done a lot of research on this. Harvard Medical has done. These are big names. So they've done a lot of research, and they found that acupuncture itself does stimulate endorphins, serotonin, and then increases blood flow to the reproductive organ systems. And we've also seen it, I've seen it personally with years of working with fertility, where we've got a lining issue. Uterine lining is not thick enough. That's what I hear a lot. And through testing, we do working with co-managing with fertility clinics, they'll be testing that lining. They're looking at the lining and the thickness of it. And we'll see through acupuncture, as well as proper diet and mindset, that we can get that patient relaxed. The lining does thicken up through testing. And that's how the fertility clinics know it's time to pull the trigger on Les. You're ready for transfer, or whatever we're looking at as far as fertility, because there's many different layers to it. Yes, acupuncture does increase blood flow, increases lining. And that's the healthy part. Blood flow needs to be in those organ systems for the proper nutrients to be in that organ, for sperm, for motility, for uterine lining, as well as the hormone systems to balance out and make sure that the FSH and LH, those hormones which are talked about a lot in fertility, are balanced and ready.
Dr. Baga said there's one more thing you can do to help your acupuncture physician in this process. But before I tell you what he said, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and turn the notifications on so when the new content drops every Thursday, you'll be notified. Now, what Dr. Bogus did say is that you've got to be honest with your acupuncture physician about the things that are causing stress in your life. In order to reduce that cortisol and get those other good hormones up high, you gotta be able to address the core issues. And addressing core issues is critical in reducing stress and having a healthy IVF or infertility cycle or IUI cycle, whichever one you're going through. Even if you try naturally, you still gotta release that stress. Now, last time we talked about male hormones and male factor infertility. If you missed that video, it's linked right here. See you next time.